Nino the Squirrel and the Missing Nut. Once upon a quiet forest night, when the silver moon painted the leaves with gentle light, little Nino the Squirrel realized something troubling. He had hidden his favorite nut earlier that day, but now he could not remember where. His tiny paws trembled with worry, and his bushy tail flicked nervously. "I must find it," Nino whispered to himself. "It's very special, and I can't let it stay lost." With a deep breath, he scampered softly along the leaf-strewn path, his eyes shining with determination. The forest smelled crisp and sweet, and the crickets sang their soft lullaby as Nino began his adventure. Story 1. Nino asks a bluebird for help. Nino's first stop was the big oak tree where the branches brushed the stars. Perched on a twig, humming softly, was a bright bluebird named Luma. "Hello, Luma," Nino called, his voice trembling a little. "I've lost my special nut. Can you help me?" Luma tilted her head and chirped curiously. Maybe. I saw something round and shiny near the berry bush earlier. You want to watch it together?" Nino nodded eagerly. "Yes, please." Two heads are better than one. They tiptoed through the soft moss and jumped over tiny puddles from the day's rain. Nino sniffed the ground carefully while Luma hovered, her wings catching the moonlight. "Could it be under this leaf?" Nino asked, nudging a fern gently. Luma fluttered down and peered underneath. "Not here, but wait, look over there, near that little hollow." Nino scampered quickly and peeked inside. His eyes sparkled. "It's not here either, but thank you, Luma. I feel braver searching with you." "Sometimes finding a nut is easier with friends," Luma said, fluffing her feathers. "Even if we don't find it right away, we'll have fun looking." Nino smiled and twitched his tail. "You're right. I'm happy I asked for help." As they continued along the moonlit path, Nino noticed fireflies dancing above the ferns. Their soft lights made the forest feel magical. He realized that even if the nut wasn't found yet, the night was full of surprises and kind friends. Finally, after hopping over a small log, Nino spotted something glimmering beneath a pile of autumn leaves. "Could it be?" he whispered. Luma hovered excitedly, but when Nino dug carefully, he found only a tiny, shiny stone. "That's okay," Nino said with a soft smile. "The fun was in searching together." Luma chirped softly. "Exactly. And tomorrow, who knows? You might find the nut somewhere else with a little more magic." With that comforting thought, Nino curled his tail and thanked Luma for her help. The stars sparkled above as the little squirrel continued his adventure, feeling braver than ever. Story 2. Nino finds a tiny key on the ground. The forest grew quieter, and a soft mist rolled along the ground. Nino padded along a winding path near a patch of glowing mushrooms. Suddenly, something sparkled in the moonlight. "Oh, what's this?" Nino whispered, picking up a tiny golden key. It shimmered like a star trapped in metal. Just then, a small hedgehog named Poppy popped her head out from behind a bush. "Hello, Nino." "That key looks magical. Maybe it will help you remember where your nut is hidden." Nino held the key carefully. "Do you really think so, Poppy?" Poppy nodded, her little eyes bright. "Sometimes the smallest keys open the biggest secrets. Follow your heart and see what it unlocks." Curious and excited, Nino scampered toward an old tree he had passed earlier. Its bark was twisted and gnarled, perfect for hiding little treasures. He noticed a tiny hollow at the base, shaped like a heart. With a little wiggle, Nino tried the key in the lock. Click! The hollow opened, revealing soft moss, and there it was, his shiny nut, glistening in the moonlight. "I found it!" Nino squeaked, hugging the nut close. Poppy clapped her tiny paws. "See? Even a small key can lead to something wonderful." Nino twitched his whiskers happily. "Thank you, Poppy. This nut is extra special now because I found it with your help." They sat together on a soft patch of moss, watching fireflies dance over mushrooms. The night smelled of sweet pine and damp earth. Nino realized that sometimes unexpected helpers make an adventure even more exciting. "I think I understand now," Nino said softly. "It's not just the nut that matters. It's the friends we find while searching for it." Poppy smiled. "That's very wise, Nino. And tomorrow, who knows? You might discover even more magic in the forest." Nino yawned a little, his eyes blinking sleepily. He held the nut close and whispered, "Good night, forest, and thank you for the magic." Story 3. Nino learns to share the nut with friends. Holding the nut carefully, Nino scampered to a sunny patch of meadow by the river. There, his friends were gathering for a bedtime story. Bella the rabbit, Tito the chipmunk, and little Luma perched on a branch nearby. "Look what I found," Nino called, showing the shiny nut proudly. Tito's eyes twinkled. "Wow, can we touch it?" Nino paused, thinking of Luma and Poppy, who had helped him. He realized the nut felt even more special when shared with friends. "Of course," he smiled, "we can all enjoy it together." They sat in a circle, rolling the nut gently among them, laughing softly as it tumbled in the grass. Bella hopped around, giggling as she tried to nudge it with her nose, while Tito balanced it on his tiny paws. The moonlight reflected off the nut, making it glow like a golden star. "This is the best nut ever," Nino whispered. "Not because I found it, but because we can share it." As the night deepened, Nino and his friends snuggled together under the trees, the sound of the river singing beside them. Nino placed the nut in the middle of their circle, feeling warm and happy inside.